The Samsung Galaxy S4 ships with a version of SwiftKey, and with this, tap a few settings and you can supercharge your keyboard performance. So to access settings, we're going to hold down on this little microphone, and that'll open up settings. Now there's two things we can do here. The first thing I want to show you is if you need one-handed use, or if you want the keyboard at a certain spot on the screen, you can tap this icon all the way over here, and this will allow you to grab up by the top and move the keyboard around. So this is handy if you're using multi-view, or if you're using an app where you want it in a certain spot, you can move it around. It also makes one-handed use a little easier. To go back, we just reverse that and choose the icon one in from the right. Now if we want to make our predictive text much better, we're going to hold down here, go to settings, and so predictive text is on. And a lot of times you'll see this and you'll just leave that screen thinking you've done everything you can, but there's a lot more. Tap on predictive text, and now you can help this learn your typing style, your words, all of this by learning from Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, messaging, contacts, all kinds of information. And basically what this does is, say you commonly type in an address, a phone number, anything that you commonly type will now quickly be added to your keyboard and show up here. So now I can type in my address, my phone number, and other information just by tapping along the top here. And that's how to supercharge your keyboard on the Samsung Galaxy S4. Head over to GottaBeMobile.com. An iPad keyboard tip that I find very useful. If I'm holding this, it's kind of hard sometimes to reach these middle keys. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap and hold right here. I'm going to get an option. I can undock or I can split. So the other option is just tap, hold, and drag. And if you tap, hold, and drag, it's going to undock and split at the same time. And now I have this keyboard that I can move up the screen. And so if I'm holding this device, you know, on a bus or just standing somewhere taking notes while someone's telling me what to do, I can type a lot easier. If I tap this, I can dock and merge. Just slide up to it. And that will bring it back. Now you can also choose to just split the keyboard if you want to keep it down at the bottom, or you can choose to just undock it if you want to move the full-size keyboard up or down so that it suits your needs better. And when you're done, you basically just need to tap and hold and go back up to dock, and it'll bring it back to normal. And that's an easy way to use the iPad keyboard just a little bit better. If you found this video helpful, click the like button, head over to GottaBeMobile.com, and you can check out the description below where there'll be a link to 101 iPad tips and tricks.
Hey guys, this is Xavier with GottaBeMobile, and this is a new LG G3. One thing that's really cool about this phone is that you can actually customize the keyboard to fit the size of your hands and your needs. So I'm in keyboard settings now, and I can go ahead and actually pull this setting up and down
press on the little bar right there
to adjust it, so I can either have more keyboard or more display space. And I can make it really big to fit my big hands if I'm concerned about typing accuracy, or I can sort of put it back down to get smaller. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring this back to messaging area. And one thing that's really neat is that they've made this phone so that you don't have to keep on switching your fingers back and forth between the text input area and the text output area. So if I go ahead and type something, literally something, I'm going to start typing, and it's going to give me a suggestion, and you can actually sort of swipe towards what you want to do, and it inserts it. You don't have to actually reach all the way up. It might seem like a small deal, but a lot of Android keyboards actually make you sort of hop back and forth between these two areas. Now another area that's pretty annoying on a lot of phones is that if you make a mistake, you actually have to sort of hunt for the area that you want to correct. With the G3, you sort of just scrub on the space bar, and it puts a cursor exactly where you want it to. So if I go ahead and go like this, you'll see it pulls up the sentence or word I'm editing, and I can actually go character by character, just like this. So the focus is really on the keyboard here, something that's pretty nice. Now of course with Android you can install your own custom keyboard, but this is what most users will end up using on the G3, and it's a pretty nice setup. This is Xavier with GottaBeMobile, and this is the LG G3.
Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. I'm going to show you a few iPad tips and tricks that you can do with your keyboard. Now, the first thing I want to show you is how to quickly add a period. So if you've typed out a sentence and you want to end that, you can hit period space, but it's actually easier just to do a double tap of the space bar. It's going to insert a period and do one space. Now, another thing you can do is if you're going to a website, you can hold down this period and you'll get access to common domain name ends. And so if I tap and hold, I can let go and I'll add a .com. If I want these other ones, I just slide across. I don't have to be on top of them. I just have to kind of be right below them. And I can add that to the screen. Now, say I've typed a lot and that's not really what I want. Instead of holding that back, I can just lift my iPad up and shake it. And then I will have this little option to undo typing. If I hit undo, it'll wipe that clean for me. And the last thing I want to show you is how to hide that keyboard. So if you need to get to something that's down below it, you can just tap that and you'll hide that keyboard from your page. And if you tap back in the text field, it'll bring it right back. That's all there is to it. You can head over to GottaBeMobile.com to check out more, and check the link in the description for 101 iPad tips and tricks. Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. We're at Showstopper CES 2014. We're here at the Kensington booth. We're taking a look at the KeyFolio Exact for iPad Air. This is a keyboard case folio, and one of the things that they like to show off about this is the one-handed use. Because of the way this is set up, I can quickly close it, set it down, open it up, and so in addition to this main angle, we can have 3 angles with magnets here that lock it into place. And there's a stylus holder back here, as well as this sturdy part to kind of keep everything secure and safe. And Kensington tells us that they put a lot of work into this keyboard, modeling it after the MacBook Air. And so we have a lot of rows, or we have one more row than we normally see on a keyboard. The keys feel very nice, very clicky, and this is removable. So if you want to step back a little bit, get the right angle, say you're working at a coffee shop or wherever, even say at home you have this on a TV tray and you kind of lean back on your couch and you're typing something out, maybe one-handed. This is really solid. This is a metal back here. Magnets hold it in place once you get it up here. But one thing that we've liked about previous Kensington units we've reviewed is just that ability to take the keyboard out, because sometimes even you just want a few inches and you want to kind of angle it, and that's something that a lot of cases don't give you the freedom to do. So that's the KeyFolio Exact. They also sell that in a KeyFolio Executive, which has a little bit more aim at, say, an executive. And this comes out, and you have a separate folio if you want something that's a little thinner and lighter. But you get all this storage for someone who wants a nice-looking boardroom type case, and then still needs something slim once they get back to their specific office and want to start using it. Head over to GottaBeMobile.com, check out more about CES 2014 and the experience. Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. I want to show you how to supercharge your HTC One keyboard. So by default, the HTC One keyboard comes with a lot of cool options. When you get it out of the box, you're probably going to come with vibration feedback, everything like that you're used to, but you can do a lot more. You can turn on arrow keys, so if you need to quickly jump between certain spots on the keyboard or on your text, you can do that. And there's also a trace keyboard. This is similar to swipe. It allows you to do that. So let's pop back out with these options in place. And so now we have our arrow keys down here on the bottom. We can swipe and we still get predictive text. So you can do these things. And another feature that really helped me while I was doing this is to go under Advanced, and calibrate or reset calibration. If you're having trouble using the HTC One keyboard as it stands, you keep hitting the wrong key, try to calibrate it for your hands, and that might solve a lot of your problems. Head over to GottaBeMobile.com for more on the HTC One.